Hey guys, haven't had a video out in the last couple of weeks because, well, didn't have anything of interest to really tell you. I didn't think you wanted to watch me cut the grass, work on the house, go to DMV and that sort of thing. So I waited till we had something of interest to talk about. So today's video, we're going to talk about the trip, kind of give you an update. We're still on schedule for that. And a little bit about hotel security, specifically to making sure you don't lose anything through theft while you're traveling at a hotel. Considering I'm going to be spending quite a few nights in hotels, kind of an important subject. So that's today's video. So recently I had a chance to catch up with an old friend who is a retired police detective locally, and his area of expertise was hotel loss investigations. With a number of hotels in our area, they had an entire team dedicated to that. So I've heard some of these stories before, and I thought it was a good idea to maybe talk about that some, since we are all travelers here or travel enthusiasts. I'll give you the takeaway at the beginning. The most important thing you can learn about when you travel and utilize hotels and motels: don't leave anything of value in the room that you don't want to lose or can't afford to lose, because there is simply very little you can be done once it's gone. So I'll get into that a little bit. Number one, hotels are not responsible for your losses. Most of them in the states that have a law that requires it, they give you simple notification on your check-in register or the receipt or on the back of the door at the hotel room saying don't leave anything of value in the room because we're not responsible. And in basic civil law, you would have to prove that the hotel or motel is actually responsible for the theft by some action that they took or failed to take. And generally that's a very, very hard thing to prove. And on top of that, you'd have to sue them in local court. That means wherever you were a victim, you'd have to go back there to sue them. It's simply not worth it. Now, the most common things taken by people who burglarize hotel rooms are electronics, cash, your ID, jewelry, and that sort of thing. Not a whole lot of demand for your socks and toothbrush, but just your electronic things. And most of us have in our homeowner's policy, or even your renter's insurance policy, depending on the policy, you have coverage for you when you travel to replace things that are lost through theft while traveling. So basically your hotel room is an extension of your own home. However, there are typically deductions of things that you're responsible for the deductible amount, and some things may have to have a specific rider, such as cameras, video gear, laptops, jewelry, that sort of thing. So, and especially cash. I don't know of any insurance policy that would cover you for the loss of cash. So insurance won't do you any good either. Now, nowadays, most hotels use the little card readers to have access to the hotel room. There are still some hotels that use the metal keys. It's a lot better with the card reader, because the card reader can tell you who is in the room and at what time, in theory. And unless they've lost control of their master card keys, in which case, yeah, they know that master key number so-and-so entered your hotel room, but they don't know who had it. So that doesn't do any good. My friend was telling me back a few years ago, they actually had a case where the hotel manager kept getting requests from staff for master keys to enter rooms to do maintenance and that sort of thing. So he got tired of that, and he had about 50 master keys made and handed them out like candy. Needless to say, in about 3 to 4 months, the losses reported from hotel room thefts where it appeared a key was used was through the roof, and they had to rekey the entire hotel. The electronic card keys are not that much better. In theory, you actually have to use the card key to open the door, but sometimes it can be mechanically bypassed and the door open with no evidence of anybody actually using the card key to get into the room and take your stuff. My friend even told me a case where they actually had some losses from some hotel rooms in the area, and they were interviewing the staff to find out what could have gone wrong. And here is some of the human errors that went into this scenario. During the peak season, hotel housekeeping staff is in high demand. It's hard to keep good folks employed. So somebody would walk up the street and say, I'm looking for a job as a housekeeper. The housekeeping manager or the hotel manager would say, great, get to the 3rd floor, grab a cart, start cleaning that room, the rooms on the 3rd floor, and we'll do your paperwork later for your employment file. The person would go up there with a master key to every hotel room, clean them out, not clean them out, leave. And then when the police got called, they would say, well, who was the housekeeper? And the management would say, well, we have no idea. We haven't done their human resources file yet. We were going to wait till the end of the day. So basically, they gave a complete stranger off the street a key to every room on that hotel room floor. And surprise, surprise, the people who stayed on that floor became victims. So how do you prevent yourself from becoming a victim? Very simply, don't leave anything in the room that somebody would want. Like we talked about, your electronics, computers, cameras. And in my case, my laptop and all the video gear I'm going to be taking with me, it would be terrible if I lost the record of the trip. That's why I'm having 2 hard drives, portable hard drives. One will stay in the Spyder, one will stay in my suitcase, and that way I will have backups of each other, so I'm not likely to lose both of them at the same time. It's just too important to make sure that doesn't happen. Hiding stuff in your room doesn't work. My friend told me about a time where they actually used a bait room to try to catch some people, and they actually hid the stuff they thought was pretty thoroughly camouflaged and concealed along with some stuff that was left in the open. The person went into the room and in very short order knew where to search and found the stuff that was concealed along with the stuff that was left in the open. Of course, it was all on video and they were able to make the apprehension. But these people, they do this for a living. They know where to look for stuff better than you know where to hide it. So what if you're in a situation where you don't have a vehicle or someplace secure to store your stuff while you're going to be out and you can't take it with you? It's a practical basis. You're going to go to the pool. You're going to go to the fitness center. You don't want to take everything with you. I think I might just put everything in a small case and leave it sitting by the edge of the pool or in the workout center so I can keep an eye on it. But one of the things you could do, and this is not foolproof, is conceal it from common view, leave the TV on low so it sounds like there's somebody in the room, and put the do not disturb sign on the door. This is not fail-safe by any means, but it is better than leaving the room quiet and dark where it looks like you're not there because somebody's liable to come inside and just find out. Remember, housekeeping has a reason to be in your room. They always can say they're in there freshening up the towels while they're looking for your stuff. So that about wraps up the segment for the hotel room security and loss prevention. Let's talk about the trip. We're about 2 weeks out. Everything is moving along well. A little bit of trip apprehension because, well, I'm going to be gone for a month. That's a pretty long time to put your life on hold and to be gone. So I've never done anything quite like this before. I know a lot of you who have watched this video will go, he's just going from the East Coast to the Rockies. I've done it 1,000 times. I haven't. And I haven't had a trip that's been a month long before. So it's going to be an interesting trip all the way around. Miriam will tell you that I have packed, unpacked probably a dozen times to make sure that I have my packing system down right. So we think we're about ready. It's amazing the things that will cross your mind as you're going through the preparations for this trip that never crossed my mind before. For example, on the Spyder trailer, we have the standard DMV issue tags, just a bunch of random letters and numbers for the trailer tags, where on the Spyder, we have the customized tags with the Blue Ridge Parkway theme. We want to get a customized trailer tag for the trailer, but we don't know what we want to do. If you have any suggestions for what we could use, just leave it in the comment below, and if we pick yours, we'll let you know. We're probably not going to do that until we get back. We've got another trip planned in probably August, just up to the mountains, and hopefully we'll have the trailer tag for the trailer by then. So that's going to be about it for today's video. Appreciate you guys watching, and you all take care. Bye-bye.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Feel free to leave a comment below.